Mark, who's responsible for all these dishes?
Today we're going through the misfits.
You got some explaining to do, Vicki. What sold on eBay? Package ship tips. If you're new to our channel, I'm Vicki, and my husband Mark and I are resellers on eBay. Some things on Mercari, some things on Poshmark, and what you're watching right now is vlog number 10. There's stuff on our table again. Mark, who's responsible for all these dishes?
You are.
Yes, I am. I see you got them washed, and they do have some blue tape, which is a flag to me that he's written something, that there's utensil scratches or something.
Just some small scratches here and there. Nothing major.
Well, thanks for getting them washed.
You're welcome. Good Monday morning, everybody.
Are you ready to pack? No, you're not ready to pack. I'm ready to pack. You're ready to...
I'm ready to ship.
Ship happens.
Ship happens.
All right, let's get these sales downstairs, and I'll start pulling them, and we'll get started. And add to the dishes upstairs all these Anna Lee dolls that I bought last week. I have a whole basket full. So yes, I broke my no shopping rule. I went shopping and I found some things. But I only picked up the good stuff, you know? I left a lot of stuff behind. You got some explaining to do, Vicki. It remains to be seen how much value is in the Anna Lee dolls that I bought. I have quite a few of them here. It was a little bit impulsive, but I got 25% off, and I will probably start most of these out at $19.95 to $24.95 and up. So, you know, fingers crossed on these. What can I say? Shop happens. Ship happens. Yeah, I went shopping last week. I sometimes just need a break from eBay. Sometimes I need a break from editing videos. And my therapy may not be too different from your therapy. I like to go shopping. So we went downtown to the Hope Thrift, and then we took a day after breakfast in last week's vlog that you already saw. We went to the Restore and a few other places. And the Salvation Army turned out to be pretty good, didn't it? With all those dishes upstairs. But then we bring it home, and that just means more work. With that said, I only brought home the good stuff. I left a whole bunch of cheap stuff behind, so we didn't do too bad, I don't think. And of course, the dishes bumped some things too. So, are we going to get into another box in our stash back in the guest bedroom? Planning to. Before I get started today with what sold on eBay, I'd like to thank Teresa in Nevada for the silicone baking mat that she sent me in the mail. Thank you so much, Teresa. I'll get a lot of use out of this. Those of you that know, I have a second channel, Thrifty Recipes, and I feature some of those recipes in my vlogs. But thank you. I will definitely get a lot of use out of this, starting with my flatbread pizza, and I can imagine a lot of other recipes. So thank you. And if anyone ever wants to drop anything in the mail to me, you can find our P.O. Box on our YouTube channel, Avante-Avenue, under the About Me page. Thank you, Roadrunner. eBay sales, 5 on make offer and 3 full price. So what was on make offer? Because you know, I like the offer feature. The first sale and the lowest sale for $10 is a pin. It's a kitty cat in a window. And all of our sales are plus shipping. This little kitty cat pin, I know it's hard to see in this bag, but it's a little cat in a window with a cardinal. It's sold for $10 plus shipping. Somewhere on that shelf, the clear glass shelf, we have a fairy light. Unless it's over there with my candle holders, it might be over there. Mark, we're looking for a fairy light. Do you know what a fairy light is?
Yes, I do.
It's pretty. You know, the ones with color sell faster and for more money, but we'll take it. Homeco Indiana Glass Stars and Bars pattern. That's the stars and bars here. Sold on offer for $20 plus shipping. Sold a baby doll. I don't have too many baby dolls in our inventory, but we sold one. It has a really strange name. The brand is Playmates. Got this at Kay's sale, if you've been with me that long. Sold this little baby doll, tiny little thing. The brand is Playmates, and it's a Precious Pixie baby doll. I think I paid 50 cents for it. And it's sold on offer for $20 plus shipping. This next item is already boxed, but I need to box it again. Fifth Avenue Crystal. Mark, would you want to keep this for whiskey?
Nah, I don't drink whiskey anymore.
All right, we'll sell it then. Well, Too late. It already sold.
It's sold.
It sold on offer for $25 plus shipping. And this sale, I lost this sale like 3 times because the buyer couldn't pay. It was really stressful for both of us. I couldn't figure out what was wrong. First he said I didn't ship to California, but I do all the time. Then he said he couldn't pay, and I couldn't figure out why. To experiment, I edited the listing to remove immediate payment due. I put NA under that California prop, item specific. I didn't know what was wrong, but he couldn't pay. Luckily, he was very nice about it and understood that there are quirks sometimes on eBay. But a couple days later, I decided to look at it again, and I discovered that I had made a mistake in the dimensions for the box. I had put 155 inches by 12 by 8 instead of 15 inches by 12 by 8. Therefore, it was oversized for every shipping company, and he couldn't pay for it without getting a special quote from me for shipping. I've never made that mistake before. I hope I don't have any others like that. But in case somebody says they can't pay, check your dimensions on your box. Maybe you have it wrong like I did. So what is this? It's a vintage farmhouse style Hager ceramic planter. Mark, I need that second shelf planter, please. Yep, that's it. Not sure what size box that's going to need, but I'm glad we got it sold. It's got the original label, Hager.
And it has a label there.
I used the keywords vintage, farmhouse, it's made by Hager, floral planter, off-white, ceramic footed planter, lots of keywords. Paid $2 at a church rummage sale and sold it for $30 plus shipping. It sold because I messaged the buyer again and told him about my mistake and invited him to make another offer for $30. So yeah, got that $30 sale back. But check your dimensions if something says that you don't ship to that state. You might just have it oversized. So what sold for full asking price? Always love that. A backpack, found it at the Restore. So this brand new Color Street backpack, still in the original packaging. Found it at the Restore, paid $2 for it, and sold it for full asking price at $29.95 plus shipping. That's not too bad, $2 to $29.95. And I have these really big eBay poly mailers, so I'm going to ship it in this, and then I'll also insert some cardboard to stabilize it. I believe this next item is out in the garage. 7-count vintage pewter metric measuring cups, actually more like tankard mugs. I bought them at a sale where the people used to be in an antique mall and they had closed it out and they were selling these things in the garage. That was a fun sale. I have to take the measuring cups out of the shoebox now for packing. I need to wrap each one individually, but I think the shoebox worked out great for putting everything together for storage. So hold on to some shoeboxes. I didn't even need the lid. I did pay up for it. I paid $10 for the set, only to find out that one had a broken chip at the top. Missed that, but paid $10. They sold for full asking price of $49.95 plus ship. Nice sale. And this is what they look like. From the largest that has a big chip in it to the smallest. Isn't that cute? Oops, I used the cute word, but it is. As you can see, I didn't shortcut on any of the measuring cups. Each one has been wrapped in small bubble wrap with the handle protected and then in large bubble wrap. Mark should be happy that he just runs the labels and I do the packing. 4-count lot of Anchor Hawking Wexford pattern glasses. But it's really not just a 4-count lot. They bought 2. I have 8 glasses to pack today. Do you think I should do a pack and ship video on that? I did one not too long ago on wine glasses. These are just tumblers, so it's going to be a little bit easier. We'll see. Do you want to see that? Should I do a pack and ship on 8 tumbler glasses? It always takes me longer to pack when I do a video. Mark, guess what we have to pack today and ship?
We have to pack 8 Wexford glasses.
Do you know who makes them? Who makes Wexford?
Remind me.
Anchor Hawking. I know you knew that. We're just going to pull one right now just to show it to you, and I'll pull the others when I go to pack them. There you go. That's what it looks like. Pretty common. You see these all the time. I happened to go to an estate sale, and what did I do, Mark? I bought a whole bunch of these, didn't I, Mark?
Yeah, a whole shelf load of them.
That's good. A whole shelf load. And then I found out really how common they are. But hey, we sold 8 of them. That's good. This is a listing that I set up with volume pricing. Hopefully you know what volume pricing is by now. I've talked about it many times. I set up a listing of 4 glasses for $29.95. I had multiple lots, so they bought 2 lots. It says here I paid $3.54 for all when I averaged out everything I bought that day. These 2 lots sold for $59.90. However, they got a discount of $7.20 for buying 2 lots. Their total sale came to $71.02. I would say that's a woohoo! And I need to get them packed. Glad for the sale. I'm not planning on doing any thrifting this week. I'm going to buckle down and get stuff listed. The Annalee dolls, the plates that you saw on the table upstairs. After that, I'm not sure what we'll get into. You're a reseller. You probably understand. No 2 weeks are exactly the same. I'm exhausted. Between all the packing, we've got 2 carts today, and the videoing of the Wexford glasses. I'm tired and I'm hungry. It's almost 2 o'clock. And my English muffin with peanut butter for breakfast wore off about 2 hours ago. So off to the post office we go, and I'm going to insert here some tips on how I pack things. And I'm going to do a separate pack and ship for the 8 Wexford glasses. It will be a tag-along video to this video, however, it will come out before this video, so look for that. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to sign off for now. Tired, need lunch, need food. See you tomorrow. But keep watching because I have pack and ship tips. I'm packing the fairy light and I already have it all wrapped in bubble wrap and everything. But I want to show you something that I'm going to start trying. I normally would put air pillows all the way around the perimeter, but I did estimate 4 pounds for this. So I decided to put it on the scale and see where I am. And because I have plenty of room for the extra weight that paper makes, because paper is heavier than my bubble wrap, I have surrounded the entire fairy light with paper and then finishing the top with some air pillows and a final sheet of bubble wrap. Because the price of everything keeps going up. I'm trying something different with this planter. I wrapped some paper around the narrow part on the pedestal, and I put tissue paper in the very bottom, then I wrapped some heavy paper, and then I bagged the styro peanuts in the center. So trying out something new. There was so much rain last night that I could see a waterfall in the creek in the field behind us. I'm getting ready to walk on the treadmill. Mark has been very busy photographing, and he's lined up a lot of things for me to list. And I haven't listed for a couple of days because I've been working on videos. I think I'm going to do the dishes first because that will free up a lot of space and it won't take very long to list. These are the Nico Classic Collection that I found at the Salvation Army last week. So I'm going to list those first and try to get caught up today. Good morning. It is actually 11:47. It's almost noontime, but I got my walk done on the treadmill. I got a lot of things taken off of my phone. I had way too many photos in my phone, if you know how that is. And now I'm sitting down to work some eBay drafts that Mark has created for me. He's already inserted the photos, and it's my turn to finish the listing. So that's what I've got in front of me here. And I'm going to do the dishes first, the plates first, well, the bowls, I should say. I decided that I'm going to do a 2-count lot of bowls and do a listing with quantity. So you can see here I have it set up for 2 count. So this is where 2 count Nico Classic Collection Soup or Salad Bowl. I'm going to resume draft. I'm going to right click and open in a new window. I'm not going to go through the entire listing today. My purpose of showing this to you is simply to let you know that I am going to be going all the way down here to under pricing. I'm going to be working with volume pricing, but under the price, I'm going to start at $24.95 for 2 bowls, 3 lots of 2. And I'm not allowing offers, so I turn that off because I'm using volume pricing. I'm turning that on. What that does is opens up this box. I have 3 lots of 2. I'm going to give a 12% discount if they buy 2 lots, 15% discount if they buy 3, and I'm not sure why it says 4 or more because there are only 3 lots. So that's where you set up your volume pricing. You determine the price and then choose what discounts you want for the additional lots, the second lot and the third lot of 2 bowls. Now this is where you have to be careful, and that is with the shipping. You need to weigh 2 of the bowls, which I'm going to do right now as I'm talking to you. I've got my scale right here, and they come to 1 pound 15.6 or 2 pounds, but that doesn't include packaging. So it's going to be 3 pounds per 2 bowls. And that's what I'm going to put here, 3 pounds. And for box size, I'm just going to guess right now 12 by 12 by 8. So what this does, for every 2 bowls, they, the buyer, will be paying shipping for 3 pounds. So if all 3 lots sell, that's 9 pounds that you've collected. Do I refund anything? No. No, I don't. I keep any extra that I've collected guilt-free. I consider it going towards eBay fees on shipping and on sales tax, and my packing materials, not to mention my time. I do use calculated shipping, and I do choose USPS priority mail, regular priority, not flat rate. So I hope that's been helpful. Let's take a look at the listing. Just like I set it up, buy 1 lot of 2 for $24.95, buy 2 lots or 4 bowls $21.96 per lot, and buy 3 lots $21.21 per lot. So that's what a listing with volume pricing looks like. And yes, within a few weeks I will insert into the vlog some video on Mark and his photography, how he does it, and how he uses the photo room app. Sold 2 more of these Lennox glasses with the platinum trim. That leaves 2 to go. 2 count lot of Lennox Crystal Lace Point platinum trim wine glasses. I sent an offer for $30 plus shipping. Sold a couple of Annie's Attic crochet patterns in Avante Attic, this 8B070 Sweet Magnolia bathroom set, and this one here, 87K82. That's what makes it so easy to research these when you're listing them, is the numbers on these. What did they sell for? One sold for $7.95 and one for $4.95, so it came to $12.90 plus shipping. Oh, they got a $1.29 discount for buying 2. And these butterfly ornaments sold for $15 plus ship.
All right, we're going to go through a bunch of stuff today that's been sitting here for a while, and we have to make some decisions whether listing, fixing, or donating.
I love that. Some of it will probably get donated.
Has been waiting for attention for some time. We're not going through all of it, but we're going to take a look at some of it here and see what we should do with it. And I'm taking a look at what's here, what we can do something with, or something that should be donated.
Can you tell me about it, Mark?
Looks like something that somebody pieced together to try to make a lamp out of.
That's what I thought it was when I bought it.
I was going to try to turn it into a lamp, but there's a big chip right here.
I see that.
There's some very sharp edges around here. We've got a crack down here.
Oh, I didn't see that either. Oh my gosh. This was a bad buy, I guess, at ReStore for me.
And this is, it doesn't fit on the top here. The curvature in the bottom of this metal piece doesn't match the curvature in this top glass, so it's cockeyed.
Okay, Mark, I've got an idea. Let's take it apart and let's see about selling the glass components as, lamp replacement parts, because I do think these have some value. What do you think of that idea?
It's a definite maybe.
Okay, on to the next misfit. I don't know if you recall, but I sold 6 of these several months ago. This is a Simply Fine chirp plate, pie plate, as they call it, by Lennox. This plate was the worst out of the 7 that we bought, and it does have utensil scratches, but since they're selling for $12, we're going to go ahead and list it. This is something that's been lying here for a long time that needed re-glued. So Mark, are you going to take care of that today?
Yeah, this just needs glued into the back of the base here. I think this is made to hold lipsticks and stuff like that.
Yeah. Even though the mirror is scratched slightly, this still has value. So we're finally going to get it fixed. This hand-blown glass grape cluster has a chip right here. So we haven't listed it, but it is worth about $10. I don't know, should we list it or donate it? What's your call, Mark?
I was going to say, for $10, is it worth it?
Donate. I found an eyeglass case. It doesn't have any branding on it. I know I don't want it. I say that we donate it.
Donate.
So Mark, what do we have here?
We've got a Lone Star State, Texas commemorative plate. It was made in Japan, but it had a lot of corrosion here, and I did try using copper cleaner on it, and it didn't take the corrosion off, but it started taking the antiquing off of the rest of the figures.
So what's your call?
I don't think it's worth messing anymore with, so it's going to get the thumbs down, donate.
Okay. This is one of my favorite kind of clocks to sell, so why is it in the misfit pile?
Well, it's a Linden wind-up alarm clock. The back of the clock is stamped Japan. There's an issue with the latch. It's not quite closing all the way, and the little button that you should push in to open it isn't popped out far enough to push in, so you kind of have to pry it open.
Fix it, list it, or donate it.
I'm going to try to fix this.
And another option is, if you can't fix it, we will have to list it as replacement parts.
Or sell it as is.
That's true. This little folk art bird made from wood was in the brass birdhouse that we bought and listed recently. It may have some value, but it's not made very well. You can see the wire here. And I doubt we can find any comps for it. So I'm tempted to donate it. Gosh, I don't know what to do. That's why we've held on to it for a while. It's probably worth about $8. I might have to try to look up comps and think about this one. As you saw from the comps I inserted, it's only worth $5 or less, probably maybe $7 at the most. I'm going to go ahead and donate it. I picked up this makeup at a church rummage sale. To tell you the truth, I don't know anything about it other than it says German engineered sharpener, so I should get those listed with no problem. But I am a little concerned about this lip gloss, High Shine Color Casino. They're all casino. Two reasons I'm concerned and that I held off on this. One, is it a Vero item on eBay? Two, this really needs to be shipped in the winter months because it could melt. So I need to find out soon if I can list them, and secondly, get them listed right away because it's something I absolutely would not ship in the heat of summer. So right now, this is a stay in research. Here's a tray of items that you saw from our stash back from the guest bedroom, the boxes that we had. Mark is going to photograph these this week. And these are things that he's already photographed that I need to get listed. This clock, he photographed just the clock itself because it works. And we're going to list this for replacement parts. So that's what we've got lined up so far. We bought this Kate Spade set, brand new in box, although the box has a lot of scuffing on the plastic. And we paid $4 for it, beanie hat and mittens. And an offer came in for $30, which we accepted, and it sold. There's the little goats that I always look for when we go by. So cute, so stinking cute. Oh my gosh, right there, Mark. Adorable. Oh my gosh, love them. The joys of the countryside.
This is another stash back box from the guest room from that big church sale from 2 years ago. So let's see what we've got.
Christmas, your favorite thing.
Yay.
Well, I actually think I picked those up for me just in case I decide to.
Got garland for 25 cents a piece.
Yeah, we're not going to list this. Let's set that over here.
All right, next we have a Rose Art 500-piece puzzle, 13 by 19 inch of a 1950s something Chevy Bel Air convertible. And it is factory sealed, brand new.
It doesn't have a price on it, but I think we paid about 50 cents and it's only worth about $8 plus shipping.
This is a Pleasant Hearth replacement thermocouple for a vent-free gas heater, and we paid about 50 cents for it, and we just found out that it's worth about $31.
That's not too bad.
Not bad.
Makes up for the Christmas garland. We have a new sealed cross-stitch kit. The brand is Designs for the Needle, and this is their hometown collection. The actual pattern is 5316 Gardner Sampler. Paid $1, and it's worth about $15. And this is what I like to look for, new sealed kit. Next we have 2 packs. These are brand new DMC needlework fabric. It's Aida cloth in 14 count, 14 by 18 pieces. And we paid 25 cents each, and they're worth about, I guess I can list them for $19.95 for the 2. However, if you'll turn that over, Mark, I want to show you what to be careful of, and that is the color. I thought these were white, but they're not. They're pale Delft blue, number 800. I don't know why, but I just thought they were white. So do be careful on the color and the count, as well as the measurement when you're listing these. 50 cents to $19.95, that's not too bad.
One's 14 count, the other's 18 count.
Good catch, because I hadn't looked at it that close. Thank you, Mark. One is 14, one is 18, but I'm going to sell them together.
Okay, here we have a pair of wine bottle stoppers made by Gans. The one says dinner is poured, and underneath the green sticker, the other one says cheers. We paid 50 cents a piece for these, and we're going to list the two of them together for $19.95.
Sounds good.
Okay, this is a Jeanette glass candy dish. It's sometimes also called a wedding box, and it's gilded. It has some gold on the corners. It's a little bit thin in a few places. This will probably list for about $19.95. We paid $2 for it. Here we have a clear glass vase with flowers, and there's a butterfly.
Yeah, let me zoom in on that butterfly. There you go.
And it's heavy. We found a reference for it being lead crystal, and I'm actually starting to see a little bit of refraction in here, so maybe it is. We'll have to investigate that a little further. We paid all of $0.25 for it.
And I think we'll list it for $19.95 because there's several out there.
Next we have 3 footed pink depression glasses that are etched.
Let me zoom in on that etching there. It's pretty.
They're pretty neat. And we've researched them, and we can't come up with the exact brand on them yet. We'll do some further investigation, but for right now, I put them at about $19.95, and we paid about 50 cents a glass for them.
I was going to put them at $24.95.
Okay, then we can put them at $24.95.
See what we can get. We'll add make offer.
Yep. This is a couple of Indiana glass Whitehall cubist pattern glasses. They're oddballs. We only have one of each, and they're worth only about $7 or $8 a piece. We paid $0.25 a piece for them.
Yeah, it's too bad we don't have more, but so here's something interesting. We have these 2 candle wick plates. They look like they should have a cup on them, but someone on eBay has them listed as mayo marmalade plates. Have you heard of mayo marmalade plates? Because I sure haven't. But we thought they were identical until we held them up to the light. This one is plain, and this one has a pattern, an etched pattern. So now we have to list them separately. We paid 25 cents each, and to tell you the truth, I'm not sure if they're worth listing. I'm not 100% sure of the brand. They may be Imperial Glass. We did find this one listed for $9.95, but no solds. So we're going to have to think about these and see, first of all, what this one is, and then decide if we even want to take the time to list them.
And the candle wicking, as she said, is to start, or candle wick pattern, if you're not familiar, is these glass beads all around the rim. And the other thing we discovered was that these are probably not the same brand, because even though they're the same diameter, the bead pattern doesn't match all the way around. There's different spacing.
Well, more research, and we may or may not list these. Same thing with these, honestly. We might decide they're not worth listing.
This piece is salt glazed stoneware. From the back stamp says Salmon Falls Stoneware Company in Dover, New Hampshire. The pattern is called Blue Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Blue Pennsylvania.
It's 6 inches. It's like a cereal bowl. We can't find an exact match for it.
Paid 25 cents.
For it.
I think it's going to get listed for $19.95. Not too bad. We got a lot of $19.95 today, don't we?
Sounds good to me. And this is the last piece from the box today. It might be the best find of the day too. This is a piece of earthenware that on the back it says it was made in Italy. It might be a name, I think it looks like Vito, and a number 410, but for whatever that's worth. We did a Google image search on this, and much to our surprise, we found one exactly like it, and it's Majolica, tin glazed earthenware that is made in Italy. We paid 50 cents for it, and it's probably worth about $39.95.
That would be great.
Woohoo!
Because a lot of the things in the box today were just kind of so-so. With that said, so-so. I'm pretty excited about this one. Are you?
I think so. Save the best for last.
Yep, why not? Well, it's not really the last.
Well, the last of this box. There's only 7 more boxes to go.
We have 2 more boxes to show you, but they pretty much have like things in the boxes. So we're going to lay it all out and just tell you what we've got. So keep watching here. As you saw, Mark just got done laying these out. Most of them are Hager floral, but we have two that are Harris pottery in Chicago. The Hager floral is made in Macomb, Illinois, so it's great to know we have some things made in the USA. And what we noticed about it after we laid them out is they vary slightly, meaning even if they're the same color, they're not exactly the same size. So I would guess that each one of these is handmade.
And the tag on the bottom, all of them say 843 and then a color number. All of these, even though they vary a little bit in height or opening, they're all 843 with just a different color number. So, yeah.
Right, they're handmade, so I have to be sure to put in the listing that there are variations. I'm going to see if I can do a listing with variations by color for all the Hager, and I'm also going to use volume pricing. I'm going to start them at $24.95, but give a discount for each additional one that they buy. And then Mark, what did you find out on the Harris pottery? What are they worth?
Other than it's Harris pottery out of Chicago, they're worth around $20 each.
20, so $19.95 on those. And I do want to say that we did not pay 50 cents each. We got all of these for $3, so we paid 30 cents each. And the original price, we found it somewhere. There was an original price sticker. Michael's for $7.99 from 1997. So they're vintage, and we can use the keywords mid-century modern, MCM, and we'll see what happens. We took a chance on it, but they will be advertised as succulent planters. Crystal butter dish?
Yeah, it's a crystal butter dish called Alexandria, and we paid $1 for it.
Well, our power just went out and on and off and on and off, so I don't know if we're going to get to finish this today. Guess we can try it. The camera's working. Let's try it, Mark. It's just a little bit dark. I'll have to lighten things up. I did a little research, and these are anchor hawking. The pattern is Tahiti. The color is honey gold, and these are tall. These are rare. These are 20-ounce glasses. I filled it all the way to the top with water, and then I poured this carefully into a measuring cup, and these are 20-ounce glasses, which most of them out there are 16-ounce or less. Therefore, I'm going to consider these worth $14.95 each, set them up in lots of 2 for $29.95, and use volume pricing discount if they buy more than a lot of 2, if they buy more than one lot. The pattern is also considered bamboo. Pretty cool. These are a great find. And these blue glasses are anchor hawking in an optic swirl pattern, and I've got 3 of the tall ones, the tumblers, and 4 juice glasses. And we'll list 3 of these at $24.95 and 4 of these at $24.95. So not a whole lot, but that's about what they're worth. Paid 25 cents each for all of the glasses that we bought. It's time for me to tackle the Anna Lee dolls. And there's quite a few in here. I'm going to lay them out on the table one by one, and then I'm going to take them over to the photo station and set them up here. It will stand. And I'll use Google Lens to snap a photo and hopefully find a listing on eBay that I can use and set up a draft. So that's what I'm up to right now, and create drafts. And then Mark will photograph them. I have the Google Lens app in my phone. Click on the camera, press and take the photo. What? Anna Lee dolls look like chihuahuas? No way. Too funny. Let's try this again and zoom in a little closer on the face. That's better. Now let's visit the link. I like to highlight and copy the title. And then I sign into my eBay app, paste what I copied into the search bar, and it brings up 2 active listings, one for $12.99 and one for $18.95. But let's go to solds. On the top right corner, filter. And then you have to scroll down quite a ways to find completed and sold sales, and make sure both of those are checked. One of them sold for $13 plus ship. I click on that, and then I look for sell one like this. Sometimes it's at the top, sometimes it's at the bottom. You never know. I'm not ready to complete the listing, so I scroll all the way to the bottom until I find save for later, and I click that. If I can, I'm going to do a listing with variations. If not, I'll continue with drafting them individually. I'll let you know in the next vlog, vlog 11. If you like these kind of videos, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Vicki with Avante Avenue, and Mark and I will see you soon.